Hey there everybody, it's John Place here. You might not know this, and there's no way that you possibly could know this, but this is the second time I had to tape this video. The reason why is because I forgot to press record on my audio device. So I had no audio. It just had me going like this. So yeah, I make mistakes too, I guess. It's just like when you show up to a paint job and you forget your paintbrushes. Same kind of thing, I guess. Anyway, today I'm going to show you how to make a gashed open eye. I posted a video on my Facebook recently and everybody's going crazy and they want me to do a video showing you how to do it. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Hopefully the final output will look just like the one over here that you see. See it? Yeah. I'm not going to do the mouth gash, I'm just going to do the eye. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so the things you're going to need to create this effect are pretty simple. You're going to need the Meron SynWax. Okay, it looks like this. I actually took a piece out, so that's why it's empty there. Alright, you're going to need that. You're going to need a Mehron Bruise wheel, just like that. You're going to need some Vaseline or petroleum jelly, whichever you have. Some Prosthetic adhesive. You're going to need some eyeblood, maybe some kind of a little plastic knife and a pointy tool or something you can actually make the gash with. And oh yeah, bloods, different types of bloods. This is a thick kind of blood. I call it thick and scabby. Okay, and then you're going to need a stage blood, something that's runny. And that's everything you're going to need for this class, so let's do it. Okay, here we go. The first thing you're going to do is, with any prosthetic, you want to use an alcohol swab and wipe down the area that you're going to do to wash off any oils or grease or dirt that might be there that will affect it from adhering to your skin. And my skin's a little sensitive right now because, like I said, I just did this video. So yeah, there we go. There's actually a little bit of blood still there. Okay, so let that dry. It's almost there. Wipe your eye. Get in there. All right, nice and dry. All right, so first thing you're going to do is take some of your Prosthetic and you want to apply that to the area that you're going to put your prosthetic, just so it'll stick. The wax will stick, but as soon as you start to sweat or it gets warm outside, or warm wherever you are, or your skin gets warm, it will start to peel off. So this just helps it stick better. So just get it all in the area that you're going to put it. Just like that. And just keep tapping it. Keep tapping it. If you ever use spirit gum, it's the same type of thing. Just see, you can start seeing it get tacky. And you don't need a whole lot of it. Plus, if you put a lot, see how nice and sticky it's getting? That's what you want. So get up in there. Just like that. Okay, now see, it's nice and sticky. Yeah, sound effects. All right, put the top back on that. Now, the SynWax by Meron. Now, if you look at this straight out of the container, it's very like yellowy white. So if I apply that straight to my skin, it's gonna look yellowy white, and you're gonna tell that it's a prosthetic right away or something fake. So what I do is I take it. The first thing you're gonna do with this is, you see, it's really hard. It's very hard to work with. So the first thing you want to do is actually take some of your Vaseline and apply it to your fingers, just a little bit, not too much, and that'll keep the wax from sticking to your fingers, because once it starts sticking, then it's just a mess. So apply a little bit of that Vaseline, take your wax and just start kneading it. Start kneading it and working it into itself, and you'll see it'll start getting to a bubblegum type consistency. And that's what you want, because right now if I tried to smooth this onto my face with it being hard like this, it wouldn't work very nice. So you want to just keep going. The warmth of your skin will make it nice and soft. See that? It's starting to get soft. Yeah, look at that. See, it's starting to get gummy also. That's what you want. So just work that in. All right, now if I apply this straight to my face, you see that? That's how it's gonna look. I mean, pretty much the color. You don't want the color to be like that. So what I do is I take my Meron Bruise wheel, and if you have skin colors, like a skin palette, something like that, use it. You know, if you already have a color match to your skin, go for it. But I just use a little bit of this, and I'll add a little bit of brown Okay, a little bit of brown. Just mix it in there. And just kind of push it in. You know, mix it in really well. Get it in there. Add a little bit more. I'm actually using a much bigger piece than I did originally on the first video. So yeah, just work it in there. Take a little bit of yellow, add some yellow in there. Oh, you see it's starting to stick to my fingers. So just go back, take a little bit more Vaseline, rub it on your fingers, and then get back in there. Do it on the other hand too. Vaseline is nice. Has many uses in the effects industry. All right, let's look at this. See that? It's really starting to match my skin tone now. Make sure you mix it in well because you don't want chunks of color. I don't know. Let's see, do I have any chunks in here? No, not really. So just with adding a little bit of brown and some yellow, you see, I pretty much made it the color of my skin. Now painting it, I don't have to work so hard. Plus, if you use any of your face painting paints, it will kind of run right off the wax because it's anything water-based will run off, oil-based will stick to it. So there it is. All right, so now let's start applying. What I do is I rub it into a little sausage. Oh, actually, you want to kind of push all the air out, so rub it tightly in your hand. You know, press down on it. There you go. Now make it into a little sausage. This piece is way too big for what I'm going to do, so I'm actually going to take a little bit of this off, set it aside. You can use that for something else later. All right, so make it into a little sausage. Now what I do is on the sausages, I make the ends thinner than the middle. That way I can get it around my eye, so it'll blend nicer. Okay, kind of like this, make a little sausage. And we just apply it to the area here. See, that Prosthetic already makes it stick. It's not going anywhere, right? So if I try to blend this right now, my fingers are really sticky. It's just gonna kind of tear and peel. So again, when you're smoothing, you wanna use Vaseline. You know, get that in there. Look at this. Don't stop. A lot of people, they'll just kind of blend it down and they'll stop right here and you'll see a line. You don't want to do that. Drag it down your face. Pull it down. Bring it way down there. You want it to be uneven because you don't want to see a definitive line. Drag that in there. See that? Drag it. Look at that. You know, drag it down your cheek more. Drag it out your eye. Drag it down your nose. Drag it up your nose. Or not up your nose, but you know, kind of like this. Same thing, it's starting to get sticky, so get in here now, inside your eye. The wax and the Vaseline won't bother your eye. You don't want to get it in your eye because
what's up, guys? So I've finally done it. I've finally
you just don't want to put things in your eye.
This was like a big goal.
Don't be afraid. See that? That's already looking pretty good. Don't worry about this ridge. We're going to fix that in a second. Drag this out. Get it up in there. See how it's starting to get sticky, like really gummy? If I put more Vaseline on my fingers, it wouldn't really get like that. See, there. All right, now what I'm going to do, same thing, take some Vaseline. Don't be afraid of the Vaseline. Use the Vaseline. And just kind of rub it, you know, smoothing it in. There you go. Now you see how shiny and glossy this is? How are we going to get rid of that shine? I'm going to tell you right now. We are going to go to the kitchen, which I'm not going to show that part, but you'll get the idea. And just take some kitchen soap and wash it with a little, you know, put a little on a rag and just kind of wipe it down, or use your finger and some soap and then rinse it off with water, and it'll take all the shininess away. This part gets in there like that. There we go. See? Just like that. Okay. Make sure it's nice and smooth. You don't want to see any lines. No lines. See, that's nice and smooth. Even around your nose, you got to get up there in there some more. Get up in there some more. Actually, I wouldn't do it like that. There we go. Add some more Vaseline. You don't want any of these little marks. There we go. Go around your nose. You know, that really blends it in nice. Right here, maybe a little bit more right here. We'll blend it. There we go. Just like that. And again, you don't want any lines, so don't make this a big hump. You want it close to your skin. A lot of people, they'll do prosthetics and they'll have it sticking out this far. You don't want that. Just above the skin is where you want any of the prosthetics, or else it looks fake. All right, so now that we got this in, oh, it's peeling up there because I don't have Vaseline. Use that Vaseline. Don't be afraid of the Vaseline. We all love the Vaseline. All right, now let me go to the kitchen and I will show you how to take off the shininess on this. There we go, smoothing that in, there we go. All right, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, it's not as shiny. There's some shiny spots up in here, just because I didn't want to get the soap too close to my eye. But if you just take a paper towel, and you just want to kind of blot it also, because that will make it not so smooth. Your skin isn't smooth, no matter how smooth the boys say that your skin is, it's really not, or the girls, either way. So just kind of dabbing it down. See, and it puts, I don't know if you can see it on here, but it puts a nice little texture to it. It's not super smooth, because you don't want it super smooth. You want it to look real, okay? All right, now, next thing we're gonna do is we are going to color this, make it look like a big bruise. All right, so you take your Meron bruise wheel, and I just use my finger. You don't have to use a brush, just use your finger. Start with the lighter colors. I go with the yellow first. And I do kind of an outside. This all pretty much goes on the outside. Rub it in. You don't want, again, you don't want this. You don't want a solid line like that. No, bad. Solid line's bad. You want everything to look pretty natural and flowing. So just kind of rub it all out, just like that. You know, do the outside. Usually bruises go kind of dark and then fade, go to like a black to a purple to a blue to a green to a yellow. So just do the outside area first and just dab it like this. Dab it. You know, you don't want it just around the eye. It's gonna, you know, your face is gonna be, with something like this, is probably gonna be pretty messed up. So drag that all out there. Just dab it. Stipple, 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 stipple. That's what Heather says, right? Stipple, stipple. Alright, so just do that. Get it out there. Get it over your nose. Don't stop at your nose. Go past it. Alright, now we'll do some green. Same thing, just kind of, you know, first I put it on thick and then I kind of just rub it in. You know, blend it, see? You want to blend it in. You don't want any thick lines. I know I've said that probably 100 times now, but it's true. You know. Get around there. See that? We don't want that. We want that to be nice and smooth, so let's do that. Okay, a little on your nose maybe. The camera picks up more color under these lights, so it might look super yellow to you right now, but in real life it looks pretty good. Now, inside your eye is where it gets darker. It's gonna be really dark under here, and then it's gonna kind of go out. So I'm just gonna grab some of this black, put it in my finger, and just kind of get it in there. Get it in there. Don't be afraid of it. Same thing. If you can, stipple it. Again, don't stop right just in there. Go out. Go out from it. You know, it'll start blending, you see? Get rid of that dark spot there. Oh, how do I do that? There we go. Oh, let's just drag that wax over there. There we go. Okay. You know, get it up under there. Oh. It's really hot in the studio, so I have pieces that are kind of coming up. That's all right, because watch this. Bam. We're just going to mix that back in there like that. Bam. Whoa. A little Vaseline. This didn't happen on the first video, but it's okay. It got a lot hotter in here. It was nice and cold when I first started. There. Don't put it in your hair. Don't want to put it in your hair. So yeah, see, this is getting all messed up right there. So just add Vaseline. I'm not worried about it. We'll be able to fix that. There. See, add a little Vaseline, fixes it every time. All right. Get some of this dark, you know, brown. Put that up in there. Yeah, I like this brown. That's the Mehron. Okay, get that up in there. Get it all around here. A little more black maybe up in here. You know, spread it out. Don't just stop at it. There we go. A little more red. And here's probably gonna be pretty meaty too, because it's kind of deeper. So let's get that. You know, drag it out. There we go. You know, don't forget to color this part. This part is pretty important because this is actually your skin. Well, it's gonna look like your skin. So just drag that out. There we go. Let's put a little more bruise right in here, maybe. Don't know why it's not sticking right there. Okay, see, kind of like that. All right. Now, the next step we're going to do for now is we're going to take either, like I said, you could take either a little plastic knife. Don't use a real knife because you don't want to really cut your face. Or I'm going to use this little pointy tool just because I like this tool. If I just drag this across, it's going to kind of rip it. So you don't want to do that really because it'll mess it up. So just put a little bit of this Vaseline on there so that it cuts it nice and smooth. Okay. And let's just do a nice meaty gash. Now it's going to pull up there. See? Ah, that's fine. No problem. Just because the Vaseline is running out. Just kind of push that down. Oh, see that? Look at that open up. And, you know, gashes aren't always completely smooth, so let's break open a little piece there, too. Yeah, that's the ticket. That's the ticket. Let's do that. See that? You know, you can even, if you want, split it open one more spot right here. You know, so now we have, you know, nice split. All these little stringy pieces, just push them back down in there. Okay. All right, next thing is you want to take some dark color and put it inside the wound. The darker it is, it gives it more of a depth type of feel. I have a brush here. Here's another little secret for you. Don't use good brushes when you're doing gore type stuff because you will definitely be buying new ones. So use old brushes, stuff that you don't care about, okay? So let's take this, we'll take a little bit of this black, put it on the brush, and then we'll just get it up in here. Okay, open it up, get it in. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, get it in there. Oh, add some more. Again, your normal face paint is water-based, so it'll just beat up on this. The Mehron, this is an oil-based, so it sticks to it better. That's why I use it. Get in there. Oh yeah. See? Hey. Right now it doesn't look like much. Once we start adding some blood, it'll get meaty. All right. So next thing I do is I take some of my thick blood and I just kind of, well, you know what? First, let me do the same thing. I'm gonna grab the brush and I'm gonna take some of this thicker blood and I'm gonna get it in there too. I like the thicker blood inside because it doesn't pour out and it gives it, I don't know, just a nice fresh feeling to it. And again, you don't want it to just stay completely in one spot. You want to, once I get this in here, I'm going to push it in with my fingers some more and smear it. That way it looks a little more realistic. I mean, as realistic as I can imagine it being because I've never seen an eye split open like this. So if you have, I hope it looks real. All right, so we'll just push it in there. You know, get it around there. Get it around. Sometimes if there's too much, it doesn't look deep. So I'll go back like this. I think has too much of the thick blood. So I'll just go in with something, we'll say this, and just kind of take a little bit out. There we go. Take a little bit of that out. That way you can see the depth. You don't want to cover all the hard work you did with blood and not be able to see what's going on inside there. We'll take a little bit, just, yeah. Something like that. You know, kind of, you know, whatever you have left over, just kind of rub it on your face, okay? All right, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my flesh tone blood, or like it's a little more runny. It's like stage blood, so it's just runnier. And the same thing, I'm going to go in the same wound. I'm going to let it flow naturally. Don't paint it on your face. Put it in there nice and thick so it flows down your face. That's where you're going to get a nice, realistic looking wound. So just kind of put it in there. Be thick with it so it'll pour. From my last video I just did that I didn't record, I learned that this must have alcohol in it because it was burning my eye. There it is. See, it's starting to let it pour. Sometimes you gotta help it. And if it's going too slow, give it a little more help. There we go. There we go. We want this side to drip more. Get that up in there. There we go. See, kind of like that. You know, all right, move your head around. If you need to move fast, if you need to, you don't want them straight. You see how those are going straight? We don't like that. So help it out a little bit and connect it to here. There, like that. You know, have one maybe dripping off of this one. There we go. Now it'll pour. It'll start going itself. Just let it go. Let it go. We'll take a little bit on our finger. Oops. Put a little on our finger and wait. Let me get some on my finger. There it is, and we'll dab it in here. You know, this hides anything that might be still there. Now, if you actually got hit or whatever, you probably would have rubbed it. So let's rub that, you know, like this a little more. Let it flow, let it flow. I want a little more running down my nose. So I'm just gonna put some more right here. There we go, I like that. These are a little too uniform for me, so we'll smear it a little. There we go. There. My eye's watering up because of the alcohol inside that paint or inside the blood. That's pretty much it. This is a little still too thick for me. You can't see the depth, so I'm just gonna go back through. And again, I'm just gonna take out a little bit of this. There we go. Just a little bit. There. Like that. Okay. The tickle's going on your nose. Ah, you want to scratch it, but just try not to, because you want it to run. You want it to keep going. You know, run naturally. I have a little bit of yellow. I have too much yellow up here, I think. You know, don't be afraid to wipe things off. If you think you have too much green and yellow, just wipe it a little. Let's get that off there. You know, maybe add a little more of that black and some brown. You know, in this area. Really get it going. Pull it up. Pull it up. There we go. See? Like that. Pull that up there. Whoa, there you go. Yellow. Okay, now the item that really sets this off and sets it apart. It's really simple. And this is the Kryolan Eyeblood. Now remember, do not use anything that is not meant for the eye in the eye. Don't use your face paints. Don't use stage blood. Don't use anything that's not meant for the eye. That's my message of the day. That's my disclaimer. Meron Eyeblood, you can use in the eye. Just apply one drop. It's thick. It's not going to sting. It'll irritate your eye a little just because it's thick. It feels like syrup. Okay, so when you apply it, just put one drop. You'll see. Let it roll around your eye. It only lasts for about 7 minutes. Once your eye starts watering it out naturally, you know, you'll have to apply it again. So let's do that. Take it in this little dropper like this, and we're just going to add one drop to it. Roll it around. Sometimes you got to tilt your head back so it'll go back. Only put one drop. If you put too many, then it'll just cover your whole eye red, and the effect just isn't the same. See that? You can see the white in your eye. You know, it's there. It'll start running out too, or it looks like blood, you know, dripping out of your eye. But once you add that one little thing, that really sets it apart. It really makes people think, wow, that's real. He really got hit in the face, you know, or whatever that is. So, yeah, there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, my name is John Place with Faba TV and Silly Farm Supplies. You can buy all the supplies that I used right on the website at sillyfarm.com. Be sure to check out fabatv.com, Face and Body Art Television. We fly in artists from all over the world to do 1-hour classes on body painting, face painting, special effects, marketing, all types of classes. So check it out, and we'll see you next time. This is John Place, and I approve this message.